Welcome back, you guys, to Motherhood with May. As you can tell by the title, this will be a how to succeed in nursing school video for all my nursing babies out there. You know, I want all of us to succeed. I want all of us to get through nursing school and become RNs and, you know, change the world. I wrote a list of things, of tips that I wanted to give you guys, and I'll be looking down at them, so forgive me if I keep looking down. Let's get right into it. So number one is I recommend getting a planner. You should have a planner. There's no way you can get through nursing school without a planner. I promise you, you can try, you're going to fail. You have to be this place, you have to be this place, you have clinical, you have lab, you have lecture, you have an assignment due before class, you got assignment due after class, you got ATI exams on separate days other than class. Like, it's just so much going on that you should get a planner. Now, I will show you guys my planner. This is the one I got. It's brand new, and it's 2019. This is actually a monthly planner. I had one before. The one I had for 2018, I used all of 2018, and it was better than this one, because in that one, like, after the month calendar view thing, it had like weekly, but it had also like time by the day. And I highly recommend that you get a planner, like a weekly and a daily and then a monthly. If you get all of that tied into one, you perfect. Like, you set, you don't gotta get nothing else, because keeping up with each day, like, there's no day that is the same ever in nursing school. Like how like other majors and stuff, they may have Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday. It's the same stuff, same time every week. It's not like that in nursing school. Nursing school is all over the place. You need a planner. All right, number two, I say that you should set reminders on your whatever app your school uses. I guess I don't know what to call it. It's just an app. Like, for my school, we use Canvas. And on Canvas, the way that my professors have it, like, every assignment that we have due, they have them on there. They have to do this, to do it at times. I go into Canvas and I have reminders set up. I have reminders set up for announcements, when they post grades. I have reminders for everything, so I can see everything, so I can keep up with everything, so I don't get lost. First semester, I did not do that, and once I started doing it after first semester in nursing school, I've been doing it ever since, and I have been fine. Three. So this is a big one. Well, all of these are big ones. They're all, like, equally important, but you should be getting adequate sleep. There is no reason you should be staying up all night and you have an 8 a.m. in the morning, or you have a 6 a.m. clinical that is 8 to 12 hours long. There's no reason. Like, literally, the tests in nursing school, like, most of the time, the only time people don't get sleep is during, like, around an exam time. But sis, if you don't know the information after midnight, you ain't gonna know it. I'm sorry, it's the sad truth. Like, close enough we can get you some sleep so you can wake up with a fresh brain, start over, look over your stuff right before the test if you have to, and just do it, take it, get it over with. Every time I have crammed for an exam or stayed up late studying for an exam, I have did terrible. Terrible. Do you hear me? Please hear me. There's no way you can do that. Like, the exams in nursing school, everybody can say this, they are so much different than other types of exams. Like, for instance, all of the exams in nursing school, like, you could get a scenario, all the answers are right. 9 times out of 10, every single answer is right. You have to pick the best one, though. That's just how it is. My fourth thing, tip, whatever you want to call it, is you should have 2 different bags. And what I mean by that is, me personally, I have a bag for lecture and I have a bag for clinical. And what that means is, like, I don't know how other nursing schools are set up, but the way that my program is set up, we typically everything that we need in lab, we need for clinical. So I keep those 2 things in one bag. And then lecture, I just, you know, have my notebook, my planner, my laptop. That's it. That's all I take to lecture. And then, you know, like normal everyday stuff like my charger, my headphones, all that stuff. But for clinical, like, we always need extra stuff. Like, you need your stethoscope for clinical and lab. You need your pen light. You need your skills kit, your watch, all that stuff. And actually, I don't know when I'm gonna drop the other video because I'm dropping this one first, but I'm also doing a what's in my clinical bag video, and I plan on having that up to you guys by Saturday night because my first clinical is on Monday. So I gotta pack my clinical bag anyway, so now why not pack it with you guys? So that's it. I have 2 different bags, one for lecture, one for lab and clinical. When you are in lecture, sis, please listen to me. When you are in lecture, turn your phone off. Turn your phone off, or if your phone is gonna be, if your teacher allows you to, record the lecture, like, so you can go back and listen to it. It will help you stay off the phone while you're in lecture, so you can pay attention. Like, last semester, I did not study. Like, I barely studied for exams last semester, simply because the time that, like, the teacher was teaching, I listened. Not, like, I can guarantee you probably 9 times out of 10, if you sit there and listen to the lecture, and then you just go back and look over it, like, once or twice, like, review, you'll be fine after that. Like, when you sitting in lecture and you're not listening, basically, sis, you're gonna have to go home, you're gonna have to teach yourself that material, and then when exam time comes, you're gonna be confused because you had to teach yourself the stuff instead of just listening when the teacher was teaching you. You feel me? So listen during lecture. And the recording thing works because I have recorded lectures before and, like, still sat there and played on my phone thinking that shit was cute. And I just heard a bunch of rumbling and stuff in the background after I went back and listened, and it did not work. Sis, you can text that boy back later. You can scroll on Instagram later. You can scroll on Twitter later. I promise you can do it all later. Just for the lecture, sis. Well, I kind of already touched on this. It's about studying. I was like, study a little bit each day. Like, say for instance, we have a lecture today. I might go over the material once before I go to sleep and then go on about my business. But the main thing I wanted to add to this part also is, do your homework before the lecture if the homework is available to you. Like, so in our program, typically all of our assignments are open, like, pretty much the whole semester. Like, you can do all the assignments for the whole semester at the beginning. It just depends on what your teacher allows you to do. If you have homework assignments that are related to the lectures, I recommend doing them before. Because at least with homework assignments, they're like kind of like reinforcement. And you can do them right before lecture, and then when you get in lecture, everything doesn't sound so brand new to you. Like, it's like you can tie it in better. It's kind of like pre-reading, except for with nursing school. Like, most of the time stuff is kind of hard. Like, reading textbooks is not my thing. I don't read textbooks. But doing, like, answering questions and stuff that are related to the material, I do terrible. I mean, I do wonderful. My bad. I got that messed up. Anyway, yes, do the homework before if you can, before the lecture starts. Number 7. So, I feel like everybody says this, but no one does it. You should form a study group. And I don't mean a study group. I mean, you have friends in nursing school, you do. But then you have your study buddies. Not saying that they can't be the same people, because they can. I have friends that I study with and I do just fine, and we're friends. You know, we're just generally friends. And then I also have people that are only my study buddies. But you need people who, when it's time, like if y'all have a study group or all that stuff, no one's getting distracted, everybody's paying attention, everybody's engaged. That's the only way your study group is going to work. And as far as study guides, I recommend, like, let me give y'all an example. So, like, say you have an exam coming up, the exam is over 4 different modules or 4 different sections. In your study group, like, say there's 4 of you, each person take a module. and make a study guide for that module. Not like heavily detailed study guides that are 10 freaking pages long. Like, summarize it, help people understand. Study guides are meant to reinforce, they're not meant to teach. So it's so much helpful if everybody like takes a module and then everybody shares all of them collectively together. So you're not spending, I have noticed that like if I spend time making a study guide for every module, I really don't have time to go back and review it. It's like I just made the study guide and then it's just, you know, there. So that works. Number 8, you should get to know your professors. They need to get to know your name, your face, and you need to get to know them. It will help you so much in the long run, I promise you. Even down to, like, I don't know if every program does this, but like my program, we have to do open lab hours, and I am so tight with the lab TA and the lady who works the open lab. Like, we besties. So, but get to know them, because a lot of things like when you need recommendations for jobs, if you're trying to get a job while you're in nursing school, like at a hospital or something, you need professional references, and these are the people who will be able to vouch for you. Definitely. And even if you want to go to grad school or anything, you have to have recommendations from the faculty that of the undergrad program that you went through. So you want to do that. You want to get to know your professors, email them, let them know your face, ask questions, all that type of thing. I'm not too big on the whole office hour thing. I've never really liked office hours. Even before I was in nursing school, I didn't go to office hours. But, you know, everything works for everybody. So do what works out for you. Just make sure you do that. 9, you should get an NCLEX review book. And what I mean, well, I'm going to show you guys mine. This is the one that I got. I got the Saunders Comprehensive Review for the NCLEX RN examination. And I actually got this off Amazon. I want to say it was about $65 when I bought it. But honestly, it has been one of the best. Like, I don't even buy the textbooks every semester. I bought this book and I have been fine. Like, I go through it sometimes when I have exams and stuff, and I'm definitely gonna go through it when the NCLEX, it's time for me to take the NCLEX. But for this one, I actually got the 6th edition, but every year they come out with a new edition. And if you're about to start nursing school or just started, I recommend that you go ahead and get the 7th edition. It gives you reasons on the back why it is the #1 NCLEX exam review book. But if you work through it, you'll understand, like, it is so easy to go through these. Like, it gives you information, it gives you test taking strategies, the answers to the questions, all of that stuff. Like, this book is amazing, sis. Final one, you should always remain positive. This goes for anything in life, not just nursing school, of course. Like, you should remain positive in everything you do. It's gonna keep your mood better, it's gonna keep you motivated, it's gonna keep you going. I know people who have been in nursing school, who started nursing school with me, and they are not in the program anymore. And honestly, they were very, very negative people. They always complained, always said this, and that, always thought they were gonna fail exams. This, and that, like, always being negative. And they are not in the program anymore. That speaks for itself. Like, you have to remain positive in nursing school. You are not going to ace everything. This is not a profession where you strictly just going to know everything, because like I said, there's so many things about nursing that, like, even on exams, like I said, they give you 4 options and every option is right. You just have to use your good judgment and use the things that you have been taught to make the best decision that you can. Yeah. I will be filming a what's in my clinical bag video next, so stay tuned for that. And to all my nursing babies out there, hit me up if you need anything, any advice, anything else you want to talk about or anything like that. You can always hit me up, talk to me. I'm here to listen. I'm here to help. And I hope you guys have a wonderful semester. If you're applying to nursing school, congratulations already. It's already done, sis. If nursing is really for you, it is for you. God has a plan for everybody. But I thank you guys for tuning into this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.